Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you could strum through a song called Baby Blue Eyes by Rocket to the Moon. And it starts out with, and we're going to end up caping this on 4th fret, but it starts out with this cool little lick where you can play 2nd fret on the G string, and then do a slide to 4th fret on the G string, and then go back to 2nd fret on the G and do a pull off to the open G. So it's 2, 4, 2, 0. And you can almost kind of get that all to kind of run together. And then we go into a G major chord. And when we play G major, first finger goes to the A string on the 2nd fret, second finger goes to the low E string on the 3rd fret, and the third finger goes to the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now, another way you may want to play G major through the song, though, is taking the 3rd finger and going to the B string 3rd fret, pinky on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that's another way you could play your G major through the song. And then from the G, we're going to be going to a D major chord for kind of our intro and our chorus. And the way you play D major, first finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret, second finger on the high E string on the 2nd fret, and then third finger on the B string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the D major, we're going to go to a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger goes to the B on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string on the 2nd fret, and third finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now another C you may want to think about through the song, though, is something called C major 9, where you do the first finger on the D string second finger on the A string on the 3rd, third finger on the B string 3rd, and the pinky on the high E string 3rd. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major 9, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the C, we're going to be going back to our D major chord. And then we go to an E minor chord. When we play E minor, first finger goes to the A string on the 2nd fret, second finger goes to the D string on the 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now another E minor you might want to think about through the song would be adding in the third finger to the B string 3rd fret, pinky on the high E string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like E minor 7, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the E minor, we're going to a D major, and then we go back to the C for kind of a hit at the end. Now, a lot of times with a song like this, though, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So to the G and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now the weird part is you're probably going to feel that as kind of a halving thing through that part on our intro. So one way to work it is the G is kind of a down, down, up, and then the D for a up, down, up, and then C for a down, down, up, and then D for a up, down, up, and then E minor for a down, down, up, and then D with the up, down, up, and then we got our big push on a C chord at the end. So all together you got G down, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, down, up, D, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, D, up, down, big C. Now what it really sounds like in the recording, though, is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that beat into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the G and do a down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you're doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you're doing a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you're doing an up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And on the last beat, you're going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So all together, you got down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. So we can kind of half that same way and do the G with the down, 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 up, D with the up, down, down, up, down, up, C with the down, 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 up, D with the up, down, down, up, down, up, E minor with the down, 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 up, D with the up, down, down, up, down, up, big C push at the end. So all together, you got from there, then we'll be going into our verse part, which is kind of a little variation on that. And we start on G major, but then we go to a D major chord, but you'll hear in the bass, you'll kind of hear that second fret on the low E string, and that's something called an F sharp note. So we could put the D chord with an F sharp, and that's called a D/F sharp chord. And one way to play that is to do first finger on the low E string, second fret, second finger on the G string, second fret, third finger on the high E string, second fret, and the pinky on the B string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a D/F sharp, or D with F sharp in the bass. Now another way to play that chord would be doing your D major and then taking your thumb and going over the low E string on the second fret. And another possibility would be something called D-sus/F sharp, where you do your first finger on the low E string, second fret, second finger on the G on the second fret, third finger on the B string on the third fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a D-sus/F sharp. So you want to think about those through the song too. And then from the D/F sharp, we go to a E minor, and then a D major, and then we go to a C major, and then we go to a D major. So we chart our down, down, up through that. We have G with a down, down, up, down, D/F sharp, down, up, down, E minor, the down, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, up. And then, or if we try our 16th pattern, we'd have G, down, down, up, down, D/F sharp, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, up. And then from there, then we go into our chorus part. And our chorus is kind of like a little variation of our intro, where we kind of throw in this, for the C hit at the end of that first phrase, we do kind of a C with kind of most of our strum pattern, but there's this little hit to a D major chord at the end of it. So you may want to do the C with a down, down, up, and then D with a down if you're doing a down, down, up, down, up. And then there's this cool little push that sounds like it's on a D-sus chord, and when we play D-sus, if you take the D major and kind of add in the pinky on the high E string on the third fret, and still kind of strum the top 4 strings, that sounds a D-sus. So at the very end of our chorus, there's this big push with downs on a D-sus, and then we do kind of a big D as kind of a down at the end. So we try our chorus with our down, down, up, up. We have G with a down, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, down, G, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, down, D, sus, push, G. Or if we tried that with our 16th, we'd have G with down, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, down, and you can save that D for the last down, up, and then we got G down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, sus, push, and our D. And then from there, then we go into a chorus tag that does an E minor, and then a D, and then a C, and then a D, and we kind of have our whole pattern all the way through that. So we got E minor, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, C, down, up, down, D, down, up, down. Or if you're doing the 16th pattern, you have E minor, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, C, down, up, down, D, down, up, and then from there, then we'd be going back into our verse. But at the end of our verse, there's this cool little verse tag where we go to an ASus chord. And when we play ASus, first finger goes to D on the second fret, second finger goes to the G on the second fret, third finger on the B string on the third fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds an A suspended chord, or an ASus. And on the ASus, it's almost like we end up with our whole pattern, the down, up, or the down, up, down. And then we kind of go to D major for kind of another push, where we do kind of 5 hits. So we got ASus, down, up, down, D, down, or down, up, down, D, there, then we'll be going back into our chorus and then back into our chorus tag with kind of an extension of the ASus part, and then kind of going back to our chorus for our outro. Now the weird part is to play along with Rocket to the Moon, instead of starting on a G chord, they're actually starting on a B major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 4th fret, then now your G is really a B major chord, your D is really an F sharp major chord, your C is really an E major chord, and your E minor is really a G sharp minor chord. And when we get to the ASus, it's really a C sharp sus. But to take it from the very, very beginning, you can kind of work that intro lick, and then kind of hit your G with the down, down, up, down, up, and you have G, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, big C. Or we could try that with the 16th, and then the G with a down, down, up, D, up, down, up, C, down, up, D, up, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, big C. And then from there, we'll be going into our verse part. And so we tried our verse with our down, up, down, up. We'd have G with a down, up, down, D slash F sharp, down, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, up. Or if we tried that with our 16th, we'd have G, down, up, down, D slash F sharp, down, up, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, up. And then from there, then we'd be going into our chorus part. We tried our chorus with our down, up, we'd have G with a down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, down, G, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, down, D sus, D major. Or if we tried that with our 16th, we'd have G, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, down, D, down, G, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, D, up, down, E minor, down, up, D, up, down, C, down, up, down, D sus, G. And then from there, they would be going into our chorus tags. We tried that with our down, up, E minor, down, D, down, up, down, C, down, up, down, D, down, up. Or if we tried it with our 16th, we'd have E minor, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, C, down, up, D, down, and then from there, we'd be going back into our verse part. Now, one other thing I would think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, up, you can throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the G chord, you'd have the low E string for your bass. On the D, you'd have the D for your bass. On the D slash F sharp, though, you'd have the low E string for your bass. So bass, down, up, down. On the E minor, you'd have the low E string for your bass. On the C, you'd have the A for your bass. And on the ASus, you'd have the A string for your bass. So we kind of tried that through our next verse. There's kind of this big push on the first G where you may want to do kind of a down, and kind of kill the strings. And then pick it up on the D slash F sharp with the bass. Down, up, down, E minor with the bass. Down, up, D, up, down, C with an A bass. Down, up, D, up, down, G with low E bass. Down, up, down, D slash F sharp. Down, up, down, E minor with low E bass. Down, up, D, up, down. And then we end up with a whole pattern on the C before we go into our verse tag. So we tried that with our 16th pattern. We have kind of that G push, and then D with a bass, down, up, down, to our low E bass, down, up, D, up, down, C with A bass, down, up, down, D, down, G with low E bass, down, up, D slash F sharp, down, up, down, to our low E bass, down, up, D, up, down, C with A bass, down, and then from there, we'd be going into our verse tags. We'd have the ASus, and we could do that with a bass, down, up, too. We'd have the A with an A bass, down, up, down, with a D push. Or we could do the A with a bass, down, up, down, D push. And then from there, then we'd be going into our next chorus. So we tried bass, down, up, down through our chorus. We have G with a bass, down, up, D, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, D, up, down, E minor with a bass, down, up, D, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, D, down, G with a bass, down, up, D, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, D, up, down, E minor with a bass, down, up, D, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, D, sus, D major. Or if we tried that with our 16th with the basses, we'd have G with a bass, down, down, up, D, up, down, 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 C with an A bass, down, down, up, D, up, down, 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 E minor with a bass, down, down, up, D, up, down, 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 C with an A bass, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, G with a bass, down, down, up, D, up, bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, up, D, up, down, 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 E minor with a bass, down, down, up, D, up, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, up, down, down, D, sus. And then from there, then we'll be going into our chorus tag with some variation, so it's almost kind of like a bridge part. And if we tried that with a bass, down, up, we'd have E minor with a bass, down, down, B with an E bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, B slash F sharp, ASus with an A bass, down, down, B with an E bass, down, down, ASus with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, D, down, Or if we tried that with our 16th pattern, we'd have E minor with a bass, down, 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 D with an E bass, C with an A bass, G with low E bass, D slash F sharp, ASus, D with an E bass, ASus, C with an A bass, and then from there, we'll be going into our next chorus. So we kind of kept that going with our 16th pattern. We have the G, D, C, E minor, D, C, G, D, C, E minor, D, C, sus. Or you could kind of mix up all those. We get into our outro, which is kind of almost like a verse return. We end with our G, D slash F sharp, E minor, D, C. It's kind of that big push at the end. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Rocket or Baby Blue Eyes by Rocket to the Moon. So good luck!